Hey, what's up you guys? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs, and today the video is quite a bit different. What this is going to be is a channel update and to show you really how much can you make off a small YouTube channel that only has 3,000 subscribers. What we'll cover in this video is a few simple things. First, we're going to go over the channel background. So why did I start Everyday Home Repairs? What were some of my early goals and progress? What was the release schedule of videos? And then what was that traction looking like? How did views come in? How did subscribers come in over time? And then we'll look at the last 6 months of revenue. And really that is my only 6 months of revenue, because in June 2019, I finally hit the mark to get monetized. And many of you might know and some don't, in order to get monetized and to start making money on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within 1 year. And then you can apply and hopefully get approved to start putting ads on your videos. And then finally, lessons learned. So if you're a small YouTube creator or you're interested in becoming one, this might be the most important: is what have I learned over this first 6 months of being monetized, and what course corrections am I making going into 2020 to increase my revenue, which is associated of course to views and then overall watch time, and has a connection to subscribers. So let's jump in a little deeper on my channel, Everyday Home Repairs. So a little bit more on Everyday Home Repairs, this channel that you're watching this video on right now. The channel started back in December of 2017. And I started off simple with a goal of creating 10 videos and just becoming more educated on YouTube. You know, how hard is it to get 100 views, to get 1,000 views, and so on? I really didn't have a baseline. So the best way I learn is to go out there and apply myself and just take action. So I started creating videos and found it pretty interesting. And then that also related to my normal day job, because I was switching from more of an engineering realm to a marketing realm. So it had a lot of value there, obviously with YouTube being a massive system for which you can advertise, and just from a digital marketing perspective. Additionally, I had a home, plenty of things to fix around the house, and some rental properties. So I thought, these things that I have to do anyways, I have to get out there and do repairs, do maintenance, do improvements. Why don't I, one, do those tasks, and then two, also create content and share the things that I'm learning with others. So that was the motivation behind starting Everyday Home Repairs about 2 years ago now, or exactly at 2 years. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you kind of the upload schedule, which, as you can probably predict, is not the most consistent thing, which it should be. It's something I'm working on, but it's been fairly inconsistent over time. And then how did that correlate, or how did that relate to views? So let's jump in and look at a bar chart and a graph to give you a little bit more idea on the growth of Everyday Home Repairs. Okay, looking at the video uploads, which are the gray bars, and the legend here for the y-axis is on the left-hand side, versus the monthly views, which is the graph, and you'll see the legend capping out at 90,000 views, which we didn't quite get there on the y-axis for the right-hand side. As I stated, my goal at the start was 10 videos. So I pumped through in December of 2017, 3 videos, 5 total, then got to 9, and then went right past that. So in March of 2018, I was up to 11 videos. And then I quickly moved on to 20. I set another goal. I said, this is interesting. I'm seeing some growth, right? I started to see some traction. So I went to a 20 video goal for my channel. The nice thing here is I saw really rapid growth. Now, this was due to a few of my videos did gain traction and started to get very consistent views over time. I had a couple of them that were starting to get hundreds of views, 200-300 views per day. So it motivated me. I kept going. The one challenge was I only had a goal of 20. So once I got close to that, I kind of started losing steam. I didn't really know what was past that. And then at this time, I had a lot of outdoor content. So I was very seasonal. So going in, one, I stopped uploading, and then going into the cooler months, because I'm in the Midwest in North America, I really dropped down in terms of my monthly views. So started to only get to like the 25,000 mark is about where we're at here. Then I started to get some additional traction, again being very seasonal. So I was coming into the summer months. The nice thing that's motivated me, and I slowly was building up my subscriber base where I was able to monetize in June of 2019. That motivated me. I kind of reassessed and said quickly, okay, let's get to 30 videos, and started pumping out more content. And then today I'm ending 2019 with 43 videos on my channel. So altogether 43 videos. I had a nice spike there in the summer months, and then I kept uploading content. And what I was trying to do is really fight my seasonality, right? I wanted to change my channel so when it started to get cooler out, I had content for indoor repairs, indoor maintenance on your home, and then I could continue to grow. And that is what is happening currently. So currently it's January 2020. This data goes through December 2019. And you can see I'm bouncing back with nice growth. The nice thing is here, if I set myself up in these cooler months, because my channel still has some seasonality, people do a lot more repairs and a lot more maintenance around the house in the warmer months here in United States, then I'll have traction, I'll have momentum, and I should be able to get to 100,000 views per month. Now let's see what all this means in terms of from monetized to now, the 6 months, what that actually means in revenue from YouTube. All right, so now moving on to that second topic, and that is really what was the revenue from the first 6 months of everyday home repairs being monetized. So I have some bar charts here showing those first 4 months, and then we'll open up the rest of them, not to be too dramatic, just trying not to have you fast forward here. But the June and July, so starting off in June, first month of being monetized, and that brought in $221 in revenue, which again, not really knowing what to expect. I was very happy with this, and having no baseline, it was motivating to start getting some revenue in. And then going in from the graph, if you remember, I had a really good summer months in 2019 where we saw really strong growth in monthly views, and that's really where you're getting your revenue. So YouTube will base it from the views that you're getting per month times a advertising rate. Every channel is going to be different, and there's no set formula to this. I know in the home improvement niche that I'm in, they're pretty good. So depending on the season, I can vary anywhere from $8 per 1,000 views to all the way up during like holiday seasons to about $20 or $22 per 1,000 views. Now that is the max. Okay, so from $20, YouTube is going to take their portion of that, which I think is about 40% or so. And then also don't forget, you're going to need to take taxes out of that. So let's say if you have a $1,000 month, you might actually only be bringing in about $450 or so after YouTube takes their 40 or 45%, and then you take taxes off that. Actually going into your bank account is going to be half or a little less than that overall amount. Don't let that be discouraging. That's just the fact of the matter. So for July and August, we hit $540, almost $550 per month. Actually starting to get to be attractive, right? This is more revenue than some of my rental properties bring in per month. So definitely starting to pique my interest. You can see there's two bars here. One is black and one is blue. So the black is associated to AdSense. So that's Google AdSense. Those are the normal like pre-roll before the video ads or banner ads, just depending on what your setup is for your channel. And that is the vast majority. That's going to be about 85 to 90% of my income right now, although I am starting to see that shift a little bit. And then the blue is affiliate income. This is a whole nother way. There's many different ways to monetize your channel. The main one being Google AdSense for all, not all, but most new YouTube creators. And then you start getting into affiliates. Affiliate is really just you referring somebody to a product or service and then them giving you a percentage kickback for bringing that customer. The most common by far, if you haven't guessed it, is Amazon. So Amazon has an associates program where they'll pay different percentages across different categories on Amazon. So you can see this is from Amazon right now, even though I do have affiliate to Home Depot. And that's starting just to get traction now, but really not paying out. September, those views started going down a little bit. So I did go under the $500 mark to $451. And then rolling in to the rest of the 6 months, remember, I started really producing more content. I started really kind of blasting through that 20 video mark and pushing all the way up to 43 videos December 2019. So I started to, again, go down a little bit to 424 and then bounce. And then I bounced in November to $605 in revenue. And then December was great. December was super strong. And you can see that affiliate revenue even starts to increase as well, as I some of my videos that were a little stronger and they had like very specific type of tools or something you need to do the project. So it just has a better conversion where people are purchasing that on Amazon. So December went all the way to $870 for that month, which was great. So all in all, I'm just over $3,600 for my first year of being monetized. And remember, I'm finishing December with about 3,000 subscribers. Now, to relate, if you have your own channel, my niche, you're not going to get as many subscribers compared to views. So I'd say mine is probably one of the lower niches in terms of people go on, they search for a very specific thing, like how to troubleshoot my furnace. My furnace won't turn on. So they're looking for specifically, how do I solve that problem? They're not necessarily looking for a channel to follow weekly or monthly and a creator to truly follow. So my subscribers will come in a little bit slower, which, hey, a good time to remind you, if you like these sort of videos, go ahead and subscribe down below. It wouldn't be a video without trying to get you guys to subscribe to the channel. So finishing out, for me, I think that's pretty awesome. Now, with that said, I have a lot more things to do because remember, I'm trying to buy a Tesla Cybertruck. If you didn't watch that video, it'll be linked right there. I am trying to create enough revenue with my channel to actually purchase a Tesla Cybertruck in 2 years. And if you know what that cost is, it's a little bit more than that right there. So I got some more work to do. So let's finish up with some lessons learned. What did I learn over this first 6 months of getting revenue on my channel? All right, so let's finish this up with a few things or lessons that I learned over this first year, or really first 6 months of getting monetized. And these are the things that I'm gonna be considering as I go into my first full year in 2020. So number one thing that I learned was to keep going. It's pretty cliche. You saw that I had a blip. I kind of went to those 20 videos and then stopped. And then took me months and months, really 6-8 months to get back on that horse and continue to create content. And then I really started to see nice growth. Still a tiny channel, a very small channel, but really satisfied with where I am now. A ton of people, I'd say the vast majority of creators, or really any online business or even offline business, kind of get to that spot. They put in all the work, they do all that effort, they get that flywheel starting to spin, and then just when they would start to get traction or start to see results, is kind of when they slow down and they quit. So number two, for me and what I would recommend is to really focus in and find your niche. Some people say niche. So find that area that you can really provide value, expertise, and get some momentum. For instance, everyday home repairs, we're in the home improvement, repairs, maintenance space, but within there are a lot of sub niches that you can find. Specific example for our channel would be, we put a window blind video out there, and it got pretty good traction right away, especially compared to some of our others. So I had more projects to do that had a little different type of blinds. So awesome, let's do another one on that. And again, that got pretty good traction right away. So if I have any other projects in that space, you know I'm gonna be really motivated to put that out. And then all of a sudden I have kind of a body of work within a common area. Why is that powerful? You're trying to extend out the viewer's session time or watch time on the platform. That is one very strong signal to YouTube that they should send you more people and more viewers. If you are putting out videos and just trying to bounce them over to your web page, your info product, or get them somewhere else, be very careful doing that. I understand why you're doing that, and it can be a good way for an additional income stream. But if you're shortening the session duration or watch time and you're responsible with that, so YouTube sends you a viewer has a very short watch time, they bounce off the platform, that is a very bad signal, and that's gonna really hurt and stunt your channel's growth. So remember, find your niche or niche and really focus in on it. Okay, and the last lesson learned that I had, something that I'm gonna be focusing on in 2020, is getting myself a mastermind group. What the heck is a mastermind group? There's a book, Think and Grow Rich, that Napoleon Hill wrote, and really had this concept of a mastermind group. And that is surrounding yourself with like-minded people, and then hopefully people that are maybe a little bit further ahead than you currently are. And there's obvious benefits to that, but if you're just a solopreneur, you're out there by yourself and you don't really have people that can relate to some of the challenges you're going through, can motivate you, and you can just bounce ideas off back and forth, it's gonna stunt your growth and it's gonna slow you down. So something that I'm really looking at is if you can't find people locally, maybe you can sit down, meet with, possibly do collaborations on YouTube or some of the other platforms. Get those online. If you can't find individuals, there are books out there. There are great podcasts. I listen to 2 different podcasts. Video Creators Hub is one, and then the Video Creators, I think Tim Smoyer puts it out. Both put out really good content, and again, it gets you in that mindset. You're hearing from other creators, they're going through their journey, some of their challenges, so you can just learn a lot from that. And then obviously YouTube has a ton of great content out there where people are showing you products or different techniques. Some guys I picked up on lately were Income School. I think they put out some really good stuff on both blogs, and they're turning some of their attention on YouTube because they're really seeing the power of that in terms of growing an overall online business. So these are the three lessons learned. These are the things that I'm focusing on, and that is to keep going, keep creating, get a schedule, and keep putting value and videos out there. Find your niche. So find those areas or sub niches where you can really differentiate yourself and get kind of a body of work that will then multiply and create momentum. And then mastermind group. Surround yourself with others, surround yourself with people that you want to aspire to, and then they will help you grow personally inside and outside of YouTube. So that's it. Best of luck to you guys. Hopefully this helped out. If you have any questions, go ahead and go down into the comments. Let's open up some conversation. I usually am pretty responsive to those comments and would be happy to help any of you guys out. I plan on putting more of these updates out, probably not every month, but at least one per quarter during 2020. So you guys can follow along, and then hopefully it'll help you out, and we'll have little lessons learned that will be different every single time. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.